now let's look ahead for the final part of this episode.
Just some crazy bold predictions.
2022-2023 season. Let's just get this out the way first before you say, oh, you're crazy.
Call me crazy now.
Calm down. We're calling these way too early 2022-2023 season predictions. We haven't even got to free agency yet. The Rams haven't even had their Super Bowl parade yet.
Nope.
We're just getting straight into it way early. What do you have going down in the 2022-2023 season?
First thing I want to get out the way, for a lot of these teams that are hoping that they get a quarterback, Deshaun Watson is never playing again.
You really think that?
I'm going to say that because I don't understand why we haven't heard anything this entire time. Literally, there's been nothing.
Here's the one thing I'm going to say. So far, apparently he hasn't been accused of any of the allegations. He's beat 16 of the 22. He beat 16 of the 22 so far, I believe. It's the last time I checked.
I don't see it. I think either there's going to be something else that comes up, or if he does come back, he's not going to be that good.
See, I disagree with that point.
I just think that Deshaun Watson is not going to be the star player.
You don't think he's going to be mentally there?
I just don't think. After all this, he's sat out an entire season. The last player that sat out an entire season, Le'Veon Bell.
It's much different, though, I think.
So it's much different. But it's kind of the same in the same way that Deshaun Watson also didn't want to play for the Texans.
Quarterback and running backs, though, I feel like are such a different position.
Quarterbacks can control it a little bit more.
I mean,
but the last time that this happened was Le'Veon Bell, and he's not a starter anymore.
So that's your one, okay. What else?
Now, also, that was just a little, you know what I mean? I also feel like the Packers are not going to keep Aaron Rodgers or Devontae Adams. At least one of them is gone, I promise that.
Okay, so I'm going to add in just my 2 cents. You could keep going after this. I expect Rodgers to be gone. I expect Adams to either be franchise tagged or sign with the Packers. They're not going to let him go. They're not going to because if it comes down to it where they can't get an agreement, the stupid point of a franchise tag is that you can just keep those players that you don't want to lose.
You just send them to jail.
He's going, basically. So I think he's going to get franchise tagged. But
now, a couple teams out there are going to step it up this season. First team, the Ravens. Obviously, they were injured this year. They could not do what they wanted to do and what they needed to do this season.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get J.K. Dobbins, Marcus Peters,
Gus Edwards,
Lamar Jackson is going to be a little bit more healthy as well.
Marlon Humphrey,
everybody's going to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they get some more talent on their team as well. They only got a chance to get better.
Apparently, Tyrann Mathieu interested on joining the Ravens.
Hey, so that's another thing that I have. I have the Chiefs not making it to the AFC Championship, not making it to the divisional round.
Say it. Go ahead, say it.
I think the Chiefs are out by the first round.
Okay.
Before the end of the first round, the Chiefs will not be there anymore.
All right.
That's my bold prediction. Now, this is my last one. This is my last one right here, bro. And
You're looking at me.
I think this one is spicy. Bills are going to the Super Bowl.
Woohoo!
And Josh Allen is MVP.
Of the season?
Of the season. Maybe Super Bowl as well.
Maybe Super Bowl. All right.
Maybe.
That's your big one?
It's my big
All
one.
AFC, huh?
All AFC. NFC.
Well, here's it. Funny enough, you got to one point that I wanted to mention. When you look at the AFC and the NFC entirely, in terms of youthful young teams on each side.
There's only one side that really has it.
Well, like when I'm looking at these AFC and NFC sides right now, Buffalo, young quarterback, Josh Allen, young team around him. New England, Mac Jones, kind of a reset, a rebuild there, right? Cincinnati, definitely a young team, a very young team. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, still under the age of 25.
Mm-hmm.
They're good. Tennessee, now quarterback-wise, yes, but they still have guys like Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown on that make up that roster. Kansas City, Mahomes, still under the age of 25. And then Justin Herbert. The quarterback lineup is insane on the AFC. Yep. While on the NFC, it's questionable. With the youth, at least. You have Dak Prescott, who's probably one of your younger quarterbacks. He's good, but He's top 10, definitely top 10.
I don't think he's on the level of the quarterbacks that you just
like
said.
Josh Allen, or he's not better than Josh Allen, he's not better than Justin Herbert, he's not better than Pat Mahomes, all those guys.
He's not on that level.
Kyler Murray, solid.
In the playoffs, though, I don't know what happened to you, Kyler.
Yeah.
You gotta prove something
Let's
next
see
year.
if he can find that MVP form again. But then now look at Tampa Bay. Tom Brady just retired. Tampa Bay is
Oh, we didn't even say nothing
deep
about that.
in the cap space situation right now. No Tom Brady either.
Do the Bucks figure it out?
No, they don't. This is a full set rebuild now because they paid a lot to get this super team around Brady.
They tried to do the Rams without trading.
I mean, they won. They won a Super Bowl out of it. In the end, they still won. But they have a big cap situation now. They can't keep all those guys, all those linebackers, that great D line that they have. It's going to break up. Packers, too. Deep cap situation. They did the same thing as the other teams, keeping those guys together, paying those big contract guys, and they didn't even get a Super Bowl out of it. Now, Rodgers might be gone, too. I expect Rodgers to be gone. I expect Green Bay to go down. You know who's really going to be the best team in the NFC, and I don't know how you can even disagree with the bias. The Niners are the favorite.
I'm gone.
Nah.
Guys, this was a great episode.
Don't go ahead and tell me. No,
I love the
let's
Super
play a game.
Bowl,
Let's
man.
play a game. Tell me who's better than the Niners, who looks like they have a better promise in the NFC than the Niners.
Let me look at these squads.
No? Green Bay, right? Okay, I'm listing them out right here for Travis. Green Bay.
Tampa Bay.
No?
Dallas.
Be honest. Be honest. Be honest with me. Yes or no? Just say yes
The
or
NFC
no.
is trash, bruh. That entire NFC is trash.
And now, Arizona?
Oh.
Philadelphia?
Oh.
New Orleans?
Oh.
Minnesota? Washington, Seattle, Atlanta, Chicago, Carolina, New York Giants, Detroit.
Now, this is the thing I'll say about the Niners. Now you got Trey Lance. We don't know how great he is.
Of course not.
I don't think this is going to be in between with Trey Lance. I think he's either going to come out great or he's going to be trash.
All right.
I don't think that he's going to be, he's good sometimes, he's bad sometimes. He's not going to be average.
Okay.
He's either going to be a top 10 quarterback or a bottom 10.
I expect Trey Lance to have that upside. Working with Kyle Shanahan, having sat a year, I expect Trey Lance to be very good with this Niners team. And again, it's just the entirety of the Niners roster. And Travis just looked at it. Travis can't even argue. As biased as he is.
I'm just looking at these squads.
As biased as he is, the team that stands out the most in the NFC, after this run especially, is the Niners, the 49ers. So my first prediction, the Niners win the NFC. I don't think I just don't think there's a team that stands out that's like, oh yeah, they can give them a run for their money. Truly, when I look at the Niners roster, where we are with the cap space we're about to be opening up with Jimmy Garoppolo being traded, that's my other prediction, to the Commanders. Jimmy Garoppolo
going to the Commanders.
He's going to the Commanders. That's my first prediction. Saves the Niners a lot of cap space. We re-sign the players that we need. K'Wan Williams, DJ Jones. And then we get that extra draft pick for Garoppolo as well. I expect us to get a DB in the draft. Kind of shore up that position a little bit.
That's the thing that sucks. You guys are only going to get better.
Yeah.
Now, this is the thing I will say. There's only 3 teams that have a chance. It's the Rams. They figured it out.
If they somehow try to get this cash,
I don't know how they're going to do it,
Yeah.
but they got to figure that out. They're still going to have Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Matthew Stafford, and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, so they're still going to be dangerous, of course.
But, yeah, they're the only team that really has a chance. Then the Cowboys, they got to figure out some coaching or something because they got talent.
Mm-hmm.
They got to figure that
They
out.
got to put it together.
And then I think it's the Cardinals. They add some more talent to that team.
And coaching. That's the thing. I still think those 2 talented young teams that you're talking about are being held back by their coaches. I don't see those teams competing with the Niners right now in the current spot. So that's my first prediction. I do have the Niners winning the NFC. I didn't have this last year. I had the Rams winning the Super Bowl last year, which they did. But I have the Niners winning the NFC.
AFC is just way better than that.
AFC is so big. So here's my first prediction. You said the Chiefs get out in the first round. I have an even bolder one. Chiefs don't win the division.
Oh, Raiders!
Chargers. I do have the Raiders making the playoffs.
Oh!
That's that second wild card.
Oh! Yeah!
But I have the Chargers. Chargers have they gotta pay Mike Williams, of course. I think that's the big one. But if they can get a DB or D lineman in this draft, this is where the Chargers can get scary. Because if that defense gets figured out, when you have Justin Herbert on the other end still, with the weapon, keep giving him those same weapons that he has, that Chargers team is dangerous. And I think the Chiefs are going to get hurt now by that contract Mahomes took. That's going to start taking up cap space. I don't know if they can pay Tyrann Mathieu what he wants.
Tyrann Mathieu is gone.
Yeah, so I have Tyrann Mathieu going to the Ravens. That's my next one.
I have the Raiders too.
I have a Ravens-Bills AFC Championship game.
Ravens-Bills. That's both of the teams that I put on here.
I have the Ravens and the Bills in the AFC Championship game. I expect the Ravens to come back. Barring any injury, I expect Lamar Jackson to finally stop these haters from saying such blasphemous things about him.
But I have a bold thing that I'm going to say here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Lamar Jackson ever wins a Super Bowl. I don't think it happens.
And you could be right.
I don't think he has the arm talent for it. Yes, he can throw the ball.
See, I'm going to disagree. I think he showed so much.
Is he on the Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes level?
Of course not on that level of like
Matthew Stafford's
of
also
throw
talented
of throw
too.
on the run, like arm talent like that. But Lamar Jackson showed this season though that he has the arm talent to get this team. Did he pass for 400 yards against the Colts in a comeback? He showed it. He showed so much more ability in the passing game. And then here's the difference. Yes, they have more arm talent, but no one runs the ball like Lamar Jackson. No one No one's as dangerous as Lamar Jackson with the run. So that goes to my next thing. They beat the Giants, and the Ravens represent the AFC. That's my way early prediction. So I have a Niners.
Ravens beat the Bills.
Yeah, I do. I do think so. I think if the Ravens get Tyrann Mathieu, which I predict to happen, that's the big piece to help out that defense in the secondary.
That's a scary team right there.
That is a scary secondary. So that's one of my biggest things right there for the AFC. Another thing I want to just mention before I get to like really some other things. The NFC South is wide open for the taking. New Orleans, cap situation, and Sean Payton just retired on you. He just ditched you guys. He left you with Taysom Hill and that huge contract when it's not even...
Saints are going to be trash for a while. They're a rebuild.
Tampa Bay is going to hit a big cap situation.
They're in a rebuild too.
The Falcons probably have the best chance out of all of them because they still have Matt Ryan and a couple guys.
Matt Ryan's going to get worse and worse every year.
But they're going to lose Calvin Ridley. You know,
yeah, he's going.
They got to get a receiver or someone, and then the Panthers.
The Panthers have a little bit of talent on that team.
I would say.
But Stephon Gilmore's gone.
I would say that, but they did just hire Ben McAdoo as their head coach.
Oh.
Like you didn't learn from history there, and you still have a quarterback situation you need to figure out.
Yeah. They have a couple players, but besides that.
Yeah. So I have the Panthers. So that's just wide open. Watch out for the South being the new NFC East, right there. Speaking of the NFC East, I said it last year. I was wrong, but I'm going to say it again this year because at some point I'm going to be right with this team. Look out for the Giants. They just signed Brian Daboll as their head coach. A much better head coach hiring. And I still think with Kenny Golladay, Sterling Shepard, they still have talent on that offense to make it work. If they help build the O-line around Daniel Jones, I think he could still get the job done a little bit.
So how do the Giants make the playoffs?
Wild card, but a very solid wild card team.
So you think that their defense is going to step it up?
Yes.
Their O-line is going to step it up?
I think they need to get some big O-line pickups this offseason, which they can.
And Daniel Jones can win the games.
Yes. Yes, he
can.
You
can't say that with a straight face.
I don't care. You know what? Daniel Jones shows the talent and the promise.
On that 60-yard run where he pulled his hammy or something?
Okay, we're talking about one play. I'm talking about what I'm seeing entirely from Daniel Jones. I see that potential from him with a good O-line and solid head coaching. So that's my final one for there. Watch out for the Giants. Now, I guess let me just leave it off with this. Obviously, I stated that I think the Niners and the Ravens are meeting in the Super Bowl.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't say it, Joe. Don't say it, Joe.
The Niners win the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God.
The Niners win the Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
I might sound like Skip Bayless. I might sound like some of those guys who just go all in on their team no matter what. But I truly think there's a solid argument for the Niners. first of all, representing the NFC in that Super Bowl and also winning it. They figure something out with Deebo Samuel. Guys like Ayuk are only going to improve. And again, you said it. If Trey Lance, you said this yourself. Trey Lance is either going to be a bust or it's going to be extremely good because he shows the talent to be extremely good. I think that talent's going to come into fruition with a very solid season for Trey Lance.
I don't think Trey Lance is going to be good.
And again, I think with getting rid of Garoppolo to get other assets makes this defense that already looked really good, should they stay healthy like they did in 2019, even more dangerous.
Yeah. This is the thing with the Niners. Obviously, Jimmy Garoppolo made this team less feared than feared. If they had a different quarterback, a lot of things would have been changed. But I think the Niners messed up. It's not playing Trey Lance enough this year.
Now you are right.
Because now you don't really know what you're getting.
Yeah, you are right.
You haven't put him in there enough. He should have played a full game, at least.
He did. He played a couple full games, though.
But that was because of injury.
Yeah.
He didn't play a full game because, okay, we just think that Trey Lance needs to play.
You think Trey Lance should have taken over at the end of the season?
He should have taken over. Now, obviously, at the end, it paid off.
Yeah,
but the Niners weren't thinking that they were making the playoffs anymore.
Yeah,
I'm sure everybody thought that the season was over. So why is Jimmy Garoppolo still playing?
Jimmy Garoppolo brought veteran stability, though. That's what I have to give credit to Garoppolo. I think he still gets a lot more hate than he should for what he does at the quarterback position. It's going to be a great little Commander quarterback, though. He's going to be great for the Commanders. But again, it's not just Trey Lance that I think is going to be so good. I think it's the fact that if the Niners stay healthy again, and it's what we get back, and it's of course definitely, and that's again, I could put big asterisks here. Niners win the Super Bowl if healthy.
I don't know if it's the way that you guys practice or what it is, because there's no way it's just you guys are unlucky. I think it's the way that you guys practice. Maybe you go too hard.
We gotta look at our training staff. We gotta look at all that stuff. But either way, big asterisk. If the Niners are healthy, I think we win the Super Bowl. But I also think that's also going to be thanks to what we get back for our trade from Garoppolo, whether it's a second or 2/3, as well as the cap space that we free up. Then that cap space gives us room to sign the guys that we want to sign.
Don't say it.
And
I thought a lot of people. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Devontae Adams.
No. We're good at receivers. I'm not trying to go for Adams. If there's anything I'm looking for, it's a cornerback. And it's J.C. Jackson, who's a free agent.
If J.C. Jackson or Stephon Gilmore go to the Niners, I would drop down on my knees right now and say, please let me be a Niner fan.
Knocking at my front door. But yes, that's one of the bigger free agent moves I could see us making. If we choose to not go for Emmanuel Mosley as a free agent this year, or like K'Wan Williams, I see us making the move instead. See if we could get one of those big free agent corners, because there's a lot out there right now. There are a lot out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Again, way too early predictions. I'm expecting a lot of stuff to happen. These are based on my high expectations. But we'll see how it all plays out. Travis, you never said who you thought was going to make it in the NFC. You really did give all your answers.
Who's in the NFC?
So you think the AFC team is going to...
AFC is winning the championship.
Travis, were you the one that stated that you think 7 of the next 10 Super Bowls are going to go to the AFC? Did you say that?
Yes. Yeah. And the NFC is just proving to be trash. The Niners make it, they're not going to win. If the Cowboys make it, they're not going to win. Mm-hmm. If I have to choose somebody, it's sad to say, I really don't want to say it. I might have to say the Winers. The Winers make the Super Bowl.
Travis, see, I agree with you. I do think AFC will win 7 of the next 10. But it ain't going to be next year. Because next year, finally, the faithful... I'm going to get that championship they've been waiting for a while.
I'm going to pray tonight that a lot of teams make some changes to the roster. Because if the Niners continue to just easily make it into the playoffs every year, I'm going to literally have to just rip all my hair out.
Let me relax, of course. Again, I have to state this again. Way too early. I'm also a realistic fan. Based on how things look right now.
Right now, you are.
I do think the Niners are the best team in the NFC. But unless I see some big changes from a move like how Tampa Bay made that move for Tom Brady, if I start seeing a another big team
Every
get.
Tom Brady comes out of retirement.
If I see a big team get Aaron Rodgers or something like that, then I'd be a little. It's like, ooh, okay, maybe hold on, maybe the Niners don't own this NFC. They're gonna have to, But right now, where it looks, that's what I truly believe. As for Aaron Rodgers, let me make that last point. Aaron Rodgers to the Broncos. I think that's been the hype for a while now. I
So then
expect
the AFC West will now be the best
division in football.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. I would hate for him to be on the Broncos because then the Raiders aren't making the playoffs.
Because then the Raiders aren't making.
We're not going to make the playoffs if he comes to the Broncos.
That
Aaron,
is
just sit at home, man. Lay down, do some more Jeopardy, and call it a career, man. You're not going to win another Super Bowl.
You'll get your Hall of Famer. You get your Hall of Fame jacket.
You got, what, 4 rings? 4 MVPs?
4 MVPs. You got a ring too.
It's cute. You're going to make the Hall of Fame first ballot. And we'll see you next time.
Sounds like you're scared.
Are
you?
I'm very scared.
Okay. Well, at least you admitted it. That'll do it for today's episode. I want to thank you guys for sticking through the entire way. Do you have anything to say, Travis, today?
Dude! One more time. I don't think they heard that.
Oh, okay. You alright?
No, not alright, Dro.
What happened?
I go on the video, man. I'm looking through. He didn't like the video.
He?
They slashed.
He, her, they / them.
Anybody, watch the video and click the like button. Don't hit the dislike. That would be mean.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Also subscribe and turn on post notifications. We'll see you next time.
Deucios.